Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. We're here with Conversations with Christopher Hanao. This is episode 1, and we're here with AK and Mahiteme.
What's going on?
And I'm your host, Christopher Hanao. How y'all feeling?
Doing good. How you been?
Horny and hungry, always.
That's interesting adjectives. How do those go together?
It's a H and H. It's an easy way to say.
Just wake up like that?
Yeah, always wake it up. Like just like horny and hungry, maybe hungry and horny. Whatever direction my mind is.
Pure human instinct.
Yeah, dude.
Just eat, fuck, sleep.
Yeah, eat, fuck, sleep. Can't get better than that.
What do you think comes first?
Depends. If the bitch is fat, then it's definitely hunger. But if the bitch is skinny, it's definitely horny.
Does she usually cook for you after?
Oh, hell no. I cook better than all my bitches. No bitch can cook better than me. I'm the best cook in this world. And cleaner, too.
You do it all?
Yeah, I do it all. I don't even have bitches. That's how hard I do it.
So I got a question for y'all. Kind of related to what we're talking about. You were talking about music, but are you even into music like that or more other stuff?
I'm more of a rock and roll type of dude. I don't say I don't like current music. I do listen to some songs, but I do love rock and roll. If it has a guitar, I already love it a little.
So any artist that you're into?
Yeah, Bobby Seger. I love that guy to death. If you guys know him.
Do you know this?
Yeah.
I don't even know this.
You don't know Bobby Seger? You're not redneck enough. You need to be white trash to love that guy.
What are you trying to say?
He's just fucking this all of this.
No, I know him because this guy I worked with, he listened to him.
How long was his hair?
Huh?
How long was his hair?
No, it was short.
Oh, not real enough.
I mean, how would you describe it? Would I like it?
I didn't like it. I mean, it's alright, but like it's not my flavor. You know?
What is it, like country music or
Oh, please.
rock?
It's rock and roll. Rock and roll till he dies.
I mean, I
I
generally
have a hard
don't
time
know.
distinguishing it too. So.
Personally, I don't really know anything about
I think
music if it's not hip hop, R&B, jazz, kind of that direction.
Yeah, I mean, lately I've been actually listening to Afro beats.
Oh, I fuck with that.
Yeah, but I think hip hop is always gonna be.
He made the song "Old Time and Rock and Roll."
That's not.
You know the song.
Don't play it though, because then you're gonna get a copyright. Then.
Oh, yeah, but you know the song.
Let me see.
It's a classic.
I like that old time of rock and roll. That's my ringtone.
I probably heard of it.
I think it's because it's so associated with like Southern culture that we just assume it's just country.
I mean, so much of these like, so much of this music, so much of this music is how do you say it? Nobody knows the name. Nobody knows the artist.
Yeah,
or at
it's
least
older songs.
Our generations.
Yeah.
And around here.
I think he's dead.
But they know the songs or they've heard of it at some point.
Yeah, it's on some commercials and TVs and movies. That's the only way you can remember him.
How do you start getting into that music?
There's this girl who had no teeth, loved her to death. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I just figured it out when I was listening to other songs related to it. I was on like a 70s and 80s binge. Trying to find the best rock and roll all-stars. Like that guy Van Halen, he made Panama and stuff. That's a fucking awesome song. You guys know him.
I've definitely heard of him. I don't
it's like him,
know what music he's
and
made.
then like George Thorogood or something in the Silver Bullet Band. Love them. It's like all right, fuck you guys. Joan Jett. You guys know who Joan Jett is? Like, I love rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
so I
her.
feel like we know these songs. We just don't know about like artists or like even the title. But we heard of them so many times.
Yeah, it's just like if you type in rock and roll, they pop up first. That's the only way I figured them out.
I mean, are you into jazz and stuff like that too?
Yeah, I love jazz. That guy, what's that guy? Louis Armstrong or whatever. I think his name Louis Armstrong. Or some other fucking black old man who has a deep voice. What's that? Beautiful World? What's that guy singer?
I know you're talking about. Well, I know him from like Sesame Street, but
Sesame Street?
yeah, was he not Sesame Street?
I don't know. He's an old black dude. Lovely voice.
Like,
very raspy.
Yeah.
Very, very raspy.
You heard of it?
I can sing the song, I think. What's the song? It's a beautiful world. Roses are red, violets. No, it's not the song. What the fuck is that song? Oh, fuck.
What were you asking earlier?
Oh, hip
Nah,
hop.
I was saying in terms of hip hop.
Yeah.
Because lately, I mean, hip hop is always gonna be my number one genre when it comes to music.
Even as an old man, you think?
Hell yeah.
Ninja.
Or at least like who I grew up listening to are just gonna be there, and my kids are definitely gonna listen to them. or at least they're gonna listen to it in the car, right? Because my car will never move unless music is playing. But I guess I'm just starting to sound like, you know, our parents, like, oh, music doesn't sound the same no more type.
I mean, I was having this conversation a couple of days ago. Like, personally, that's just like I think that's a
Generational thing.
Yeah, like it happens every single time.
Mm.
I was saying, I think we have until we're about 28, and probably like around 28 to like 30.
Yeah.
We're gonna say everything below us is trash.
Facts, I would agree with
Like,
that.
because like even right now, a lot of the music that's coming out, I'm just kind of like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I could appreciate some of it. Some of it, I just don't. Like, I know, like, this is strictly for kids in high school right now. But
What's that new guy?
Yeet.
Yeet. Oh my gosh,
Lord.
bro.
See,
what is
like,
going on?
completely different mind state.
Not
Like,
gonna lie, 3 of his songs are on my playlist.
me too.
You feel me? But
But
like,
do I listen
majority
to
of
it?
it is not in my rotation.
No,
It's not even downloaded. So.
it's not for us though.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah, I don't listen to that shit.
I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest.
Yeah. So when did you start listening to like music like that though, or like what about it that got you interested?
I love rock and roll. It symbolizes freedom. That's what I love about it.
Freedom.
It's like the idea of freedom, which is more important than actually being free. It's like giving somebody a cookie that you hate. You want to be nice, even though you don't like them.
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah.
The idea of freedom being more important than actually being free.
Yeah, dude. There's no such thing as real freedom. Talk about this with you inside other casts, but like the idea of freedom is a lot more powerful than actually being free.
Like how so?
Like if you think you're free and you do whatever you want and you think this is the choice that you're making, that's fucking powerful. But if you figure out like actual freedom is sacrifice for your own fucking time and sake, sacrifice of everything else so you can enjoy it, it's not that fun. Like I love the idea that I think everything is for me, but
I think with freedom that you comes responsibility with
yeah,
you.
responsibility and
But
stuff.
like,
Yeah,
I think saying that the idea of freedom triumphs or like is better than actual freedom.
it's a strong statement.
You
not
might
to
gotta
say.
move the mic a little closer to you.
Yeah.
What's it called? I mean, what does true freedom look like?
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
Anarchy.
I mean, and I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
But is there not?
There's no such thing as true freedom.
See, that's
because
why the idea is better.
No. It's for freedom in order to benefit everybody, there needs to be a certain level of responsibility, right? So
you mean for society to be working?
Even like as an individual, you have that free will to do whatever you want. But for you to coexist or be with somebody else, there are certain freedoms that you would not act on it in order for you to be, you know, civilized or successful
Correct.
in whatever you're doing.
A functioning society.
Yeah. But
It's like, yeah, freedom is like to some people, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have my own house, have my own car, have my own family. We're gonna live inside a great lifestyle and stuff like that. But to get to that point, it's a lot of sacrifice. Even to be in that point, it's a lot of sacrifice to keep everything in stable and balance. But it's better just to think about it. Think about that big ass house, nice ass car, great ass family. Better than that than actually experience it day to day. That's why I say the idea of that is a lot more powerful because it's easier to chase instead of being in that moment where everything you wanted is there and you figure out, oh, this shit sucks dick. Like, I don't want to fucking do this shit anymore. It's very, I don't know. It's a human instinct, I think. I think it's human at the end of the day.
Have y'all ever watched Sons of Anarchy?
I've seen like 1-2 episodes.
show.
Yeah. It's like a show about like a motorcycle gang or motorcycle
Is it
club.
on Netflix? I've seen it.
It's on Netflix.
It used to be.
Yeah. I mean, I never watched it, but I've seen it like.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good ass show, but pretty much they kind of touch on the topic of that, of like just a lawless, like Sons of Anarchy. Like it's about, they touch on the topic of like pretty much a society of like no rules, just freedom, you being able to do whatever you want. But like, I do agree with that. Like, it is like a romanticized idea that in reality it wouldn't be beneficial for most people,
Yeah.
to be honest. But
Because, I mean, you still have the freedom to like go in the woods
Yeah.
and do whatever you want. If you choose to live like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
since you guys said that, dude. There's this guy I found on the YouTube. His name is like Dickerson Peterson or something. It's a real name. It's not. I'm not making a joke right now. I searched him up last night because my fucking idol, fucking Joe Rogan, talked about him.
Oh, the guy, he moved to Alaska. and,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
wait, are you talking about? You're not talking about that guy that won one of those shows?
No, he moved to Alaska. He's like, I don't like the fast paced lifestyle. So he moved to Alaska, made his own spot, made his own house from his own fucking hands. It was a lot of powerful shit.
Wait, and he recorded it like a bunch.
He
recorded
brought a
everything.
tripod and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. It was so inspirational. I was like, dude, I want to do this maybe one day.
See, like
Dick Peterson.
that's cool in theory for me, but I don't like.
I would
bugs.
not want that.
Bro, I don't like hard
See,
work.
I think I like it. That's the thing. I think I'll like it, which is weird because it sounds like it will be nature, but he admits it too. It's like if I get stuck in the water or if I get lost in the woods, I'm dead. No one's gonna check on me, and it's a risk that he takes every day, and he's aware, which is scary.
I think the beautiful part of like living like that is you don't really have to think about a lot of BS that we have to think about in modern society. You know, you don't have to think about like your credit score or like you have to pay off this debt. Is the only thing you have to think about is just surviving.
Food, yeah.
That's it, surviving.
Food and fire.
Yeah, sunrise to sunset, working 24 the whole time, which is great. I don't know, it's a great fucking mindset to have, not just out there, but in the real world, which is that's what I like about it.
I'm comfortable in modern society.
Yeah, it sounds good for like maybe a weekend, maybe like a week.
Bro, you get a serious cut, you're dead.
Bro, just think.
No antibiotics.
Imagine me doing that. Like, I don't know. I couldn't do that.
Bro, you hate bugs.
I hate
so much.
Bro, I hate like manual labor. Like
Oh.
I hate doing anything hard. Like I would be the one that's like in the camp just waiting for y'all to like come back. I'll be like, I'll cook. Let me do this.
God.
'Cause there's no way I'm about to
See,
be hunting and stuff.
I don't. I think I can do it. I really do think I can do it. I'm not gonna try it. Never in my life. But I still put that in my heart. Like, yeah, I could do it. I could do it for a month and a half. I won't die. I'll probably go crazy, but I won't die.
I got a question. You think being out there, like, do you think there's a lack of art and creativity? Not creativity, because you could definitely be creative out there, but you're not really experiencing art that the world is putting out.
That is true.
Like you don't have time to sit around and
Like
think.
you're getting more into comedy and stuff like that. Like you're obviously not going to be seeing. I'm assuming you don't got a computer and Wi-Fi. And
yeah,
all that
that's
stuff.
what he doesn't have.
But you're not going to be consuming comedy. You're not going to be seeing that. You're not going to be able to perform or, you feel me, try any of these things. It could be music. It could be painting, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, you could do that stuff yourself, but you're not really participating in it.
Yeah, you're not getting no reaction from nobody else.
Like,
That's the whole point of it.
Wouldn't you miss that?
I would say I'll miss it for a while, but on the other hand, you just adapt after a
I
while.
think it depends on like how you plan it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like if you have enough food and everything stored, and if you have like a weekend,
Yeah.
I think you could do like wood sculpting or whatever you're into.
What is that called?
I don't know. I seen people
carpenter?
carving.
Yeah, something
maybe.
like
Carpet.
that.
But
Like
it's
you're
like-
making sculptures, like
Yeah, that could work.
sculptures.
Personally, I don't know. I don't like the idea of extreme isolation. I
If
feel
I
like
have to, I think I would do it.
yeah, if you have to, but like
I mean, yeah.
have you ever experienced like extreme isolation, would you say? And personally,
No.
I think I've experienced like little doses of it, but at the same time, like
You have people around you.
yeah, like even then, like there's still some people around you. Like imagine being locked. It just imagine being by yourself and not seeing nobody for a whole year. Like I think that might drive me a little bit crazy.
See, that was the interesting part about him.
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that's
he was
long.
still normal. Like the videos he made.
I don't believe that.
He talked normally. He didn't see the world any different. He
I
appreciated.
mean, how long
life.
has he been in there?
I think
he was
a year.
like 15. Whoa.
A year really is
Nah.
not that
50.
long, even for somebody that's mature and like.
I thought he
experienced life.
went out for like 15 years.
I don't know, but the video said he said I've been here for a year or something right now. So I was like, I think a year over.
But for somebody mature and that already experienced life with multiple people, and just moved in there, a year is really not that long.
That's
If you're mentally secure, it's not that long for you to break. At least in my opinion.
All right, you think that going to jail and doing the exact same thing?
But you're there in a cage though. You're not going out looking for food. Everything is brought to you.
Correct.
I think even the idea of
Definitely
you going out.
It's definitely different circumstances. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say that it's the exact same situation because you definitely have freedom outside,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? But do you think you going through an experience like that? And I'm not talking about like where you be with everybody, like general population.
Mhm.
I'm talking about you being like by yourself. You feel me?
Mm.
lockdown, whatever you want to call it.
Like, are we talking like in jail?
Yeah.
What about it?
That would change somebody.
You think?
Would I go crazy
Yeah.
for a year?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Because you're an animal at that point. Like you're locked in a cage. Food comes to you.
So you think it's a big difference between that and being
I
out?
think the idea, even like going out and like foraging for food and hunting, the mental like work that you're doing
It's stimulating.
keeps you. Yeah, it's stimulating. It keeps you sane. You know.
Yeah. Because sometimes I be thinking about that. Like, you know, when people say like, oh, if the world ended, I could survive. I could, no, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I could be in the forest. I could hunt this,
I'm
whatever.
dying.
Sometimes I'd be thinking, why would I even want to be
Yeah,
alive?
suicide
Like,
is the biggest question.
well,
at that
I'm
point.
not saying all that.
I wouldn't
But
do that.
it's
But I would
true.
try to survive. But do I?
But
want
at the
to
same
survive?
time, like, I might not be like the most like, nah, I gotta stay alive. Because it's like, for what? Like, you,
I would
who's
try-
there? You're gonna,
That's true.
there's nothing to really,
Have you ever seen the show The Last Man on Earth? They try to like
Yeah.
they try to tackle that question. He's the last person. He did whatever he want. He can do whatever he want. He can get any car.
Very
He can
depressing.
build any house. He can blow up a house. And he at the end of the almost first season, he tries to kill him. He tries to kill himself.
I mean, because even imagine, let's say you got a girl, you got a wife, whatever you want to call it, you have kids. Like, how many friends could you have? How many things could you do? Like, and not even in a material aspect, like, oh, we wouldn't have cars, we wouldn't have this, we wouldn't have houses. It's like, what would there be to do?
Like, what's the point?
I guess.
I mean, me personally. Oh, if I'm surviving by myself,
Yeah.
I'll try to survive, honestly. But it depends on like the risk to word ratio, I guess, at that point. Because like, if I'm fighting every single day, I might as well just die.
Fighting what? Like animals or?
I mean, I don't know what kind
The
of
will to
apocalypse
live.
we're talking about, but
You're fighting the exact same person every day.
nah. But I was talking in regards to like, if the situation, like what kind of apocalypse we're talking about, you know, if it's like radiation or like zombies. I know it's all hypothetical.
I
but
kind of had in mind, like, I don't know if y'all watched the 100.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
it's not about like they go in space.
How would you describe that?
It was like a couple bad bitches stuck on Earth with a couple other people, and then they get sent down Earth because Earth is destroyed, but they waited 100 years. So they're like to colonize the Earth again. So they send like prisoners of a spaceship to test it all out, and they all do great, and they all find other sources of people living there, and it's like a war, constant war.
So they're like the previous people.
So I'm
Yeah.
not sure if that was the most accurate description.
Yeah, the first part, no, they're not
No.
bitches.
So no. So like I think the Earth got destroyed. They somehow went up and they were in like a space shuttle or whatnot. And then for some reason the space shuttle wasn't habitable no more. Like it was about
Oh yeah, running out of air.
exact something like that. And they were like just experimenting and they were like, let's send like 100 people down to Earth.
Okay.
See if it's habitable because there was a theory that it might be. And those 100 were that's why it's called the 100. And pretty much they came back to Earth and they realized that there was always some people there and they kind of turned into like wild people. I guess
Oh.
like,
Just
I don't know.
caveman.
yeah, sort of. They
Yeah,
kinda
next level caveman, like warriors type of people.
I mean, are they like, you know, cognitive?
Yeah,
Like,
they can
Yeah.
speak and everything. They have languages.
They were
have
kind
ways
of like,
life.
is it like finding like
they're kind of like
some jungle people?
barbarians.
Oh yeah, barbarian, definitely Viking type people.
Yeah, it was kind of like they spoke a different language. Like they were bigger, stronger. They kind of like mutated a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. They had mutations, and their devices of war was different too. They're tactical. They weren't just like big rocks kill people. It was
Pretty
like,
much like the people that came down were civilized and like modern people,
Mhm.
weak people, and then the people that stayed there were like bigger, stronger,
They're more
wild.
adaptive to
They didn't
the
care about
environment.
killing. They just they were just used to that. So
You know, I saw this study where they found like a skeleton of like this dude from the Ice Age, whatever. And
the movie.
no, this is straight up real. But on his femur was broken,
Okay.
right? But you could, when scientists look at it, like with now point on, they see it in a way where it's like they're very primitive. And if that type of injury was to happen to you, they just assume like they just
Yeah.
leave you there and you're dead.
Yeah.
But his bone, when they studied it, is actually like fused right back up. right? So like it's kind of funny because like I think as like modern society humans, we have this ego that we think we're better. Of course, we are better in certain ways, but like
more advanced, maybe
more advanced, I guess. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. But I think we highly underestimate like the civilization before us.
Aliens.
I agree.
Definitely. Dude, I got deep in that rabbit hole too. It was like about the pyramids of Egypt. Somebody said to a point that the Great Pyramids of Egypt used to be a generator. Because if a generator did stand to this day and like Earth was wiped out from giant floods or whatever fucking catastrophe, only generators would stand up because they're meant to take the big damage. So they called the pyramids a generator. They said the pyramids used to generate a force field around the whole Sahara Desert, and it made the whole Sahara like luscious, beautiful plants, random ass animals, whole fucking wide story, Garden of Eden type shit. And it said some fucking wild shit came down and destroyed it all. But they said all the Egyptian people were geniuses. They had technology further than their fucking our imaginable possibilities. It's a great story, but there's no like hardcore evidence other than a great story to it. But I like it. I like to believe that's true at the end of the day because it makes life magical.
Do you believe in like the concept of like flying saucers and stuff? Those type of aliens?
Yeah, I want to believe in it at the end of the day. I'm not saying I hate it or like the idea is fake all the way through, but I want to believe in it. There's just not enough evidence for me to say, yeah, I'll die on this.
I mean, didn't the Pentagon like officially say, yeah, that UFOs are real and that there's like over 100 sightings that like are confirmed?
Yeah, they exposed whatever, they released all the information of what they have.
I don't think they 100% said it is an alien, but they were like, yes, we did spot these, and they were
said it's
unidentified.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is like
flying off.
But if the U.S. doesn't know who they are and like the shape of it and whatnot, and it doesn't look like anything, isn't it pretty much like certain that it's not from here? Because if it's from another country, like I'm pretty sure the U.S. could find that out.
That's true.
I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
there's millions.
Because like if the U.S. doesn't know what it is, then I'd kind of be leaning towards like that's something else. Because if it was like let's say a Mexican aircraft or whatever, like from wherever, I think they'd know.
Yeah, it's true. But on the other hand, if you were a country and you're in charge of a whole country and you have a crazy ass new technology, would you want to release it? Would you want to tell people, yeah, that's my shit right there. That's my saucer. Because then at the end of the day, niggas like, how the hell did you do that? I want to know how you did it. I want to know every relation to it. That could be one possibility. But on the other hand, it is way beyond technology to the given public eye. They said tic-tac motion where it can go like side to side without any propelling and stuff like that, which is very interesting because there's nothing we know to this day that can do that.
I guess. I don't know. I want to see an alien before I die, though.
See, I thought about that too. I thought
really
about
what would you do? Like,
I just want like since I was a kid. I don't know if y'all know the movie Mars Attacks.
No,
it's an old movie, but I watched it back then, and when I saw it, I was like, I just got crazy with like the whole like aliens and blah blah blah, and I don't know. Since then, I was like, you feel me? Like the universe is so big, at least from our understanding, that there has to be something out there, depending on your religious belief. But statistically, they got to be something out there. It's a matter of like, are they advanced enough to get to us? And I just want to see that.
I mean, personally, it's kind of hard to imagine there not being something else. Like, if it's really as big as we say it is, like,
I mean, there's the chances of us, this whole reality just being like a fluke, who might be the only 1%.
I don't know. I don't.
Life is crazy.
I don't buy that.
See, the thought experiment I had was like, if aliens did come touch down on Earth and shit, I say that humanity is all gonna band together and destroy the aliens.
I think
because the thing is, it separates humans from people. No one's gonna agree that we should live in symbiotic relationships with the aliens. Like, no, fuck that shit. Get that shit off my damn planet.
Depends.
I agree with that.
Yeah, humans are egotistical.
It would band us, but like,
what if they just look like humans?
See, that's the scariest
and
part.
Like, they're attractive.
See, that's the scary. People are like, nah, I don't believe in that. They're gonna make God into it. They're gonna make a whole bunch of other reasons, and we're gonna go straight into war with every single species of alien that comes here. We'll lose the war, I think, because
I mean,
they came here. We didn't go there, but we're going to get to war. We're not going to see it like, oh, it's a peace symbol. Like, they came here so we can have peace. It's like, nah, fuck that shit. We'll kill it. We'll fucking kill all of them.
See, if I definitely think if something like that was to happen, we definitely get banded together, and we now all of a sudden be like, nah,
It's humans versus us.
It's humans versus that.
Yeah.
It's just like 9/11 happened. It's like the country banded together. Like it's America versus this.
I think there would be a
obstacle.
big divide if aliens showed up. In my opinion.
You think that some people would be?
No,
defending
because
them?
dude, think about it. A lot of people identify with their religion. You know, God is the only creator.
How
We're the
does it-
only living thing. If an alien comes, you just destroyed a lot.
Oh,
of
you do
people's
destroy God.
existence. Like
That's
you just
true.
a lot of people identify with their religion.
religion
so much.
doesn't believe in aliens. I'm pretty sure they are.
Christianity?
yeah, they say God is in the image of humans, so like
They don't believe in aliens.
it's like
Nah.
it goes against the word. So
Yeah.
it's like that's not human.
I thought it's kind of. I don't know. For some reason I thought all religions kind of believed in that.
That there
I don't
are
know.
other aliens.
Yeah,
No.
that there's other forms of life.
Well,
Somewhere.
from my understanding, no.
I don't think so either.
Maybe I'm tripping.
Because,
I'm
like,
not the best.
We're only God created the earth, the stars. It didn't say He created other life forms.
Yeah, well, it was called the aliens, the devil at that point. We're like, no,
No,
you're
the
not
7
human.
days God created like the
Yeah.
universe and everything.
Yeah, but if he was here for 1 week, he was somewhere else for another week.
Yeah,
You feel me?
you got vacation days stacking up. He can go somewhere else.
That
Nah,
ass.
but I think there'll be a big chaos. Big.
Oh, I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It'll be the greatest war
I mean,
ever.
shit, I would just go in the woods though.
You know, it'd be awesome because like
I'm not
then you
fighting.
can literally stand next to like a Chinese man, Indian man, Pakistani man, and tell
Yeah.
him, yo, point at that shit. We're all gonna kill that. I don't speak a damn language with you, but I know we want to kill that, and it's just
That's
be great
facts.
fucking
That's facts.
symbiotic relationship with everyone else in the world. No war with each other. Be war with that.
But I think there'll be a big severe of like resources.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely.
So I feel like people will even fight amongst each other.
Probably. Yo, I got a question. So you're getting more into stand-up. Are you trying to be going on, I don't know.
famous, of course.
Well, no, not famous. I'm talking about, what is it called when you go?
Open mics.
Open mics?
Yeah, there is something gonna start up on the Mondays. I think January 16th because they had a little break, and I'm trying to go every single Monday at that point and try to find another open mic spot because I know one definite spot that'll let anyone get on stage, and I take advantage of that. And I need to find another one so I can do it as much as possible at the end of the day.
You ever got booed off?
No, I only been on one time, honestly, and it was fucking. I didn't stutter. I didn't trip over my words. I wasn't scared, so I was like, that's all good signs. But I didn't make anyone laugh. On the other hand, too, I made one person
Did you
laugh.
laugh?
No, I didn't laugh. I was like,
No,
I need
but
to.
did you laugh? Did you find it funny?
No, I didn't. That's the other
Oh.
part too, because I practice my jokes hundreds of times before I get on stage. None of my jokes are funny to me. Zero. I'm like, dude, I know the punchline. I've heard the joke a million times in my own voice recording. I'm like, dude, this is this.
Not even a chuckle?
Yeah, it's not even. I don't find any of my jokes funny. That's the problem with the comedy shit. Like, it's just repeat. None of my jokes to me are funny. At the end of the day,
That's kind of rough, to be honest.
it's a performance art. It's not skill based. That's
no,
the
I
thing.
know. I mean, I can't imagine myself doing that.
I think it is skill though, or like over time you develop it.
Yeah, maybe if you do like a random ass joke that you didn't practice and you think it's gonna be funny and it goes all the way through, that's a skill right there. Like the big comedians have a skill at it, but like niggas like me that suck, we don't got no skill. It's just practice until you do it perfectly.
So like, I got a question. When people say like practice, are you practicing like saying or like delivering the comedy, or is it just like writing more comedy?
No, I record myself talk. I hear myself talk. I'm like, all right, I should say this part a little bit longer. I should dance this part or make emotion with this part, or I should cut off that part. That doesn't sound like it builds onto the story. It's literally this. It's seconds so different that make the whole joke different, which sucks because you don't find the joke funny anymore. That's the problem with I think almost any comedian knows that. It's like the joke just stops being funny when you analyze it.
I'd be very interested to see where you end up in the year, in the sense of
Hopefully I
how
end up
much you
somewhere
progress.
other than hell. Hopefully I fucking get somewhere good because at this point, like, I practice a lot for no reason. So hopefully it fucking pays off.
All right, you think anyone can be funny?
No, I'm not even funny. I think I'm funny, but I'm not.
No,
That's
I
a-
think got a good sense of
yeah,
humor.
Yeah, I know I'm lying. I want you guys to say that.
See, like, this,
Because
you're definitely a funny person,
Thanks.
but See, like, I know some people are funny in the way they act and the way they react to things.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's people that are funny, like they can tell jokes and make people laugh, storytell and all that thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
And
Comedy.
I think it's like a very
It's delivery. I feel like most of the time.
A lot of it, yeah, because like you can see comparative to the big guys, you can see Dave Chappelle doing his shit. He tells a whole damn story,
Yeah.
but the thing is though, you're interested in the story. And it's not always funny, but you're interested. That's the biggest thing about comedy. You don't have to be funny. You have to be interesting though.
Like a good storyteller.
Yeah, you have to be interesting because at the end of the day, if you get everyone hypnotized in your words, a small little joke can go all the way, and it's surprising every time.
How big is the comedy scene over here in DC?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking luxurious. It's the best. I think one of the best spots on the East Coast, other than New York, Boston, South Carolina, Florida. DC's right there after though. DC is right there.
Which one is like the best spot you would recommend?
It's everyone always says New York, but the thing is, New York comedy fucking sucks dick. Honest to God, I've seen the New York comedians come down to DC, and I'm shitting on every single New York comedian in this goddamn world. I'm doubling down. All of you guys fucking suck. None of you guys are funny.
What's his name? Andrew.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious.
Is he from New York?
Yeah, he is. He's a New York
I mean,
comedian.
there's probably like five, six people from New York that are pretty funny.
I'm talking about like the amateurs. When you see the amateurs perform, like, ugh, I know what you're doing. You're trying to make a point. You're not trying to make a joke.
Can't you pretty much say that about anywhere?
The LA comedians suck too. I've seen some, like 3 or 4 LA comedians, so I'm shitting on all LA. They do kind of like TikTok jokes. Like it's like this was a guy literally got on stage, said a joke, it didn't work, and he said, you should really check out this video, and it worked on this video. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. No one's gonna watch the video. That makes no sense to bring it up. But he was a really big comedian because he has a tour going around too. So I'm like, all right, if that works, if he thinks it worked, it worked.
From looking at a lot of comedians lately, do you think most of them are trying to stay, politically correct and not try to be vulgar or anything like that?
No, then no comedian that I know of that I appreciate is ever trying to be politically correct.
No, I'm saying like the ones you've seen, you're like their ass.
Yeah, they do try to be politically correct. They'll say like jokes for the LGBT. See, that's the thing about comedy. There's jokes for every single people in this world, and the people who make politically correct jokes are the people who enjoy it. At the end of the day, it's so many niches in the world. SAT word right there. So many niches that you can fucking fill in. It's almost impossible not to be funny.
I guess, but I think in general, comedy is the only territory where you cannot be out there like trying to please everybody. It's comedy, you know what I mean? You're supposed to like. I think most of the funny jokes are like the ones that are like kind of making fun of like some serious thing, like looking at it and saying like, yo, we accept this, but it's like,
Shouldn't it be also like your jokes? I don't want to say you laughing at your own jokes, but shouldn't it be stuff that you find funny? Like, no?
No, at least not
like,
for me.
Or
at
your
this
type
point.
of humor, maybe?
It's like, yeah, be yourself. Don't try to be another person. Follow your own voice and everything like that. But on the other hand, too, if you know the joke's not going to hit because you look at the crowd and it's like all older white people, all older ladies, or younger crowd, you got to know which joke hits. And if you know this joke's going to hit because this crowd, say that joke. But don't just fucking give a random joke to a random crowd. It doesn't make sense.
Never looked at it that way.
Do you think trying to be a comedian and go in that direction, does that clash with other aspects of life or other things you want to pursue?
Yeah, because like when you get on stage, it's still speech at the end of the day. You're still talking to people, and that's a skill at the end of the day. Not a lot of people can talk to a group of people and stay focused or keep everyone engaged, and that's a skill you work on when you're on stage. So yeah, I can use it for any place I go to. If I want to talk to like 30 people at once, I can do it without even questioning myself. And it's a really good skill at the end of the day because it makes you look professional at the end of the day.
So in the sense of like it translates to public speaking?
Yeah, public speaking. Literally, I work at a bar too. If I talk to people at the bar, I know what jokes will hit. If a guy's wearing a suit and tie, I can make fun of his monkey suit. If a lady's like all fucking dolled up and everything, I can tell her she looks like a pretty bitch or something like that. Call her butterbutt. I know she's gonna laugh. It's just you can say any jokes anywhere.
That makes sense.
Jeez, butterbutt.
Yeah, I love that one. I love butterbutt. It's my go-to, man. Smooth. It's easy to say. 2 B's. Makes no sense at the end of the day. I don't know what butterbutt means.
What's the worst like delivery you ever did? Like, what was the worst reaction you ever got?
See, I've only been on one time, but I've told jokes to other people too. And when I usually tell jokes to, like, people I know, my friends, they understand where I'm coming from, so they don't see the disgusting behind my voice. They know it's a joke. But I said a joke. What
So
the
like
fuck?
somebody random, you ever said anything like that?
Like a joke I shouldn't have said to them.
Or yeah, they just didn't. It wasn't funny to them. Like
They
took it
thought
the
they
wrong
looked
way.
at you in like a disgusted way.
It's usually that only happens when I tell a joke to like a group of females, because group of females they add on to each other, like, I didn't like that, like, oh, I didn't like that either, and they're like, none of us like that. I'm like, one of you should have liked it. At least it's statistics. 1 in 5 bitches think I'm funny. I did the numbers. It works in 6 countries. Like, my jokes aren't horrible at the end of the day, but they're pretty disgusting.
How big of a part do you think podcasting is with comedy now?
Oh, it's the biggest thing ever. Because I can be disgusting on stage. I can literally get on stage and say, I'll kick a baby if you ever looked at me. And I can go on my podcast. People are like, oh, no, he's just a comedian. He makes shitty jokes on purpose. Or he's doing this shit on purpose. He doesn't have no intentions of doing anything wrong to the world. And that's the biggest thing about a podcast. You just see behind the character. Because you can't hide in, like, what I do for 40 minutes. You can't hide in 40 minutes. You can't hold that character for 40 minutes. Eventually, you're going to break. Eventually, you're going to see the person behind the mask. And that's very important for the world to see at the end of the day.
Because I feel like a lot of the comedians that now, I feel like a lot of people see their podcast and their content more than they do their actual comedy or their stand-up. And personally, like, I know probably like 5 of the comedians that I be watching this stuff, I actually like their stuff way more than their stand-up. Like, I barely like the stand-up, and it's like,
Who is it? Bobby Lee? Does he have a stand-up?
Yeah.
The Asian
they all do
because
stand-up.
his podcast is funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his comedy, like,
But a lot of people like Theo Vaughn, like a bunch of them, they don't.
that he's a perfect example. Theo Vaughn.
Like, he's funny in person.
In
in
podcast
regular
he's funny,
interactions.
but like his stand-up are ass.
Yeah, it's very jumpy. Same thing with that nigga Joe Rogan. I love that nigga's cast to the day I die, but his podcast, I mean, his fucking stand-up shit, I'm like, dude, this nigga's not funny. But I love his fucking shit, dude, to the day I die. But I'm like, dude, it's not funny. But the thing is, it's not opposite, though. There isn't somebody who's great at a stand-up and bad at podcasting. That's a weird thing. You can be great at podcasting, shitty on the stage, but you can't be great on the stage, shitty on a podcast, which is very interesting at the end of the day.
You think that comedy's growing?
In a sense, no, I don't. I don't think comedy has changed, but I haven't been around there long enough to make my point strong. But the way I see it, I don't see anything changing. It's still at its constant rate. Everyone who's still there is still there. Everyone who's going to be there is still going to be there.
Because there's definitely some things, like, in the past maybe like 5 years, I've been paying attention to comedy a lot more. But there's also, like, I've noticed like UFC and like some other things I've been growing like crazy. And I wasn't sure, maybe it's just that now I'm paying attention to this, that I feel like it's bigger versus like
That's true.
something actually
Oh, like
growing.
the audience wise.
Yeah.
I think it's because of like the whole trying to silence people if they say
Cancel
something
culture
wrong.
stuff.
Yeah, the cancel culture kind of limited it for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
But it's comedy, bro. At the end of the day, it's gonna keep pushing. Like, you're not gonna stop it.
I mean, to try to silence that or censor that is kind of crazy.
It's human nature. Like,
To say like what you can find funny versus
yeah,
not. But
tell you not to say it's crazy.
y'all be watching UFC?
I try to watch it whenever I remember it. I do love a good fight.
I'll say that. I just love seeing people fight. I'm not really like into like keeping up with one fighter or anything like
Yeah.
that. But if there's a UFC fight, I'll definitely watch it.
You think you'd ever do something like that?
Yes, I wish. Dude,
Fighting? I'm not a fighter. I'm a very like non-violent person. So
I see. You don't have to be aggressive or violent to enjoy a fight. It's more of a calm state of mind.
To fight.
I mean, yes, more of a calm state of mind. When I did a little boxing over at the gym, and it was fun for me because I fucking understood how to fight a little. I respected my own body, respected anyone who sparred with me, even though no one was in my weight class. So like, it was not fun sparring with anybody anywhere. But it was a general respect. Everyone respects you for getting in the ring, let alone throwing a punch. And it's a level of manhood that most people don't understand. Fighting somebody else.
see, I have a very hard time, even if I'm like sparring someone.
Yeah.
I have a very hard time like throwing a real punch. Like, I have to be like emotionally charged for me to actually like put my whole body weight into a punch. I don't know why.
You think that might change when you like really get socked?
Oh no.
Like,
If I
sparring-
have to
No. I'm talking about if you
sparring.
if you're sparring.
No, because in
and
the back of my mind, I'm always gonna see it.
And isn't sparring?
Yeah, you're not supposed to go
You're
full
not
blown.
supposed to go full blown, but like,
Oh,
let's
okay.
say if you get socked at 80%.
Yeah, you throw back 80.
Exactly. Like,
No, I always have like this threshold. It doesn't matter. But like unless like I get like emotionally charged where I'm like fuck you.
yeah.
But you need to understand, when you get to that point, that's when you lose all your skill as a fighter. That's when you're going to get hit even harder.
I guess I don't know how to fight.
Yeah, because like if you get really pissed, you got red in your face, tears in your eyes, and you're just throwing haymakers. The guy just, he's just going to go ducking under, give you the biggest body shot in your life, and you're going to hit the ground.
Like I think me as a person, at least, because I did powerlifting.
Yeah.
And I think this is just how I work. But at my competition, like before my meet, my coach used to do this, like, you know, the back slapping. He like make me smell salt. And, like I hated that. Like, bro, relax. Like I'm gonna pick it up. Like you ain't gotta do all that. Like that's just who I am. I think as a person. So like I just never act on emotions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, but when I do get to that point, it is a different type of like energy I have, and I do tend to perform a little bit better, but I just don't like getting there. And I think I still get by even like how I am on a regular basis.
But
You be lifting?
me? No, I'm a swimmer. I have endurance to the day I die.
You don't think you'll ever try like something?
I try lifting, and it's embarrassing, but I still love doing it. I don't really lift anything past the 45 on each side.
Bro, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's not like it's a goal for me to gain any muscle. I love my endurance. It's what my body's meant for, and I love going for that direction. I feel a lot more powerful as an individual when I know I can swim a great distance, when I can run a great distance. No, I know I won't get tired after a couple reps, but I haven't tried literal lifting.
I'm a terrible swimmer.
I'm a nice swimmer, but I don't.
See, like I got to a point where I can do 25 all underwater, and I was like, dude, that's a fucking blessing for me. And most people can do even more than that, but like, dude, that was a fucking blessing not coming up. I was like the whole time underwater, and I was like,
by the time I get to 25 meters, I'm dying.
That's Olympic size, right?
No, on the standard.
I think Olympic size is
50.
Yeah, 50. Because the 100 is there and back, I think.
That's how much I swim.
See, I'll do
Olympic size.
the workout I did at the gym when I used to go to the gym a lot was bike for 30 minutes, do some type of ab workout or like the crunches thing where you pull it down, and I'll do the swimming I'll do 6 to 8 laps. So 25, 5, I don't know. I can't do the numbers in my head, but I'll do 6 to 8 laps. One down, down and back, that's 2. So I wouldn't do like one down and back is 1. I'm not that fucking insane. I'll do 3 in total. So 3 to 4 in total, and I'll enjoy it. Yeah.
It's a pretty good distance.
So I got a different question. So you've been kind of podcasting for a little bit now.
Famous, yes.
Yeah. Very famous. Do you see a big improvement in the way you speak or the quality of the podcast, I guess?
Yeah. I used to never have anything to say. I literally would stare into the camera till I have something to say. It was very fucking uncomfortable. But now I got to a point where I'm like, I'll say anything. I'll preach about the world for no reason. You don't have to listen. And then you can exit out the browser. You can pause the video, whatever you want. But I'm going to speak my fucking truth. Even though my truth is like why I hate ducks or some stupid shit. It's just random ass shit. But I did get better at being entertaining because I am a psychopath. I watch my videos all over and over. So I see where I do wrong, see where I'm doing it right, see what energy I like to see myself, see what I do to prepare beforehand, because I usually just stare at the screen and then like, all right, I'm ready. And then I'll start the cast. A lot of different ways I went about it. But I'm getting better. I am getting better. You guys know, everyone in this world knows. I got 13, 14 viewers a fucking video. I'm getting fucking better. Better than 0. Always better than 0.
See, it's kind of funny because I just found out about this, and although I'm not gonna say like you're amazing at it,
I am. Yeah.
You're no, like you get what I'm saying, like comparatively to like
The first time, yeah.
No, like I'm saying compared to like Joe Rogan and like experts. You feel me? People that have been doing this for years and years, and they're famous for it. Like, and that it's hard for anybody to be there in general, right? But I definitely noticed there's a different level of comfort that you had. and even in speaking and smoothness and connecting things, like connecting ideas. And I just couldn't help but think like how that transfers over to public speaking and just speaking in general, communication. But I don't know.
Yeah, this is almost the same thing whenever I talk to anyone, let alone on stage. Well, I used to do the same shit when I worked with the kiddos back at the school. Like I used to work with kids, surprisingly. And I used to talk to a whole bunch of kids at the same time. I made sure it was engaging. Yeah, I work with the children. I'm a great guy with children.
You worked at a school
with children, yes.
Yes.
This hopefully doesn't sound bad out of context. So I used to work with the kiddos, and I used to very engaging with the kiddos. The kids love talking to me. They love hearing me speak. They generally respected me. I pat myself on the back on that part. But I got better from the first day I worked with kids to the last day I worked with kids.
You think because of you got better at communicating?
Yeah, it was like open. When I got more open and easy, it felt like I had to say this shit, even though it'll come out wrong, like, or in any sense actually. Because I'll do this, I'll say something, and if no one was engaged, no one liked what I said, I'll just say, all right, you guys didn't like that. I literally would say it out loud. All right, no one wants to hear that. We'll go to the next thing and admit my fault. When I admit my faults in front of other people, it makes people see like, all right, he tried at the end of the day.
Oh, like being vulnerable?
Yeah, being vulnerable was very important because it's hard to be vulnerable intentionally. It's easy to be vulnerable by accident, but it's hard to do it intentionally, like calling yourself on it.
That's actually, that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it's a self-awareness level that you have to fucking put in your head at the end of the day. Like, all right, 3 people didn't like what I said. Let me address to the first 3 people that didn't like it, even though everyone else liked it. Because at the end of the day, you can ruin one kid's life, or you can ruin one person's life by the voice of your, whatever you got to say in your life, whatever words you have to speak towards them. So you have to be vulnerable because it's very powerful towards everyone.
I was seeing this thing. It's like most people, they get on social media or they start like making content or whatever the case may be. And they naturally, you want to show your best self. You want to show you strong, this, etc. And it's like in reality, the best thing you can do is just be vulnerable, because at the end of the day, that's what connects most people. It's like you being genuine, you talking about real struggles, real things you deal with, like worries, weaknesses, I don't know, all that type of situation.
Do y'all think a lot of people have a hard time being vulnerable?
Yes. It's a fear for people.
I definitely say so. I mean, and I think most people don't like it. Personally, I would say I'm all right with it. I wouldn't say I'm amazing, but I'm all right with it. I don't mind saying when something's like it. Also, this is with people that I'm closer with. I wouldn't say I go walk around being like talking about vulnerabilities with random people.
Yeah.
But with the people that are around me, I would say I'm pretty decent at it, and I do an all right job.
But I think it's like for an individual to be healthy, at least you gotta be vulnerable. You know.
You gotta
admit it. Some level of like self-awareness, at least with your close friends. I'm not talking about like go around talking, being like,
no, for sure.
But
I mean, what's your opinion on that? You think you should be vulnerable with everybody?
Yeah, honestly, you should be vulnerable with anyone you see, because at the end of the day, dude, I can curse the hell out of somebody and I won't see them for the rest of my life. Or you can give them words of wisdom. If you show someone random person that you're vulnerable, they're like, yo, I can do that. That's not fucking crazy. He just did it right in front of me. It inspires somebody else at the end of the day, even if you don't even know the person's name.
You know what's funny? The actual act of being vulnerable takes so much courage and strength that it actually makes it, it's like almost like a power play. Yeah, I was about to say, it's a power play, because if you're confident enough to admit a vulnerability, it's kind of like you do the opposite, where it's like it brings you more power in the conversation. Or
yeah, I'll say this, which is very interesting, because I didn't even notice that I do that. My first video that I ever put on my channel was like video 30 something, but it's like the first one on the channel, is when I lost my job over at the comedy club, because I had my Crohn's disease was acting up and I couldn't like literally be healthy anymore, and I was sick for 2 weeks straight, and I talked about all that shit on the first video and everything, and I was very down. If I look at the video again, I remember how fucking shitty I felt at the time, but I still posted it. That was my first ever video. It was my lowest point in a while, which is interesting because I didn't notice that I do that. I didn't notice I exposed my vulnerability there, but no one watched the video at the end of the day, which is very good, because I didn't realize how powerful that video is towards myself as an individual.
You want to speak on that?
Yeah, like
Or
what
how
Crohn's
you were-
disease or what?
I guess, and how you were feeling.
Yeah, actually, what's that?
Yeah, it's a Crohn's disease. It's not like very popular disease. We don't really get to shave our head or like get an iPod on our arm or anything like that. It's more of a low key disease. When I had it and stuff, my doctor literally told me that you have a body, your stomach should belong to a man of 50 years old. I was like, is that a compliment? He's like, no, it's really not.
Wait, what does that mean?
It's like my digestive system is all fucked up. That's what it means. It doesn't process food naturally. I mean,
Oh, you don't have enough enzymes?
yeah, some weird shit like that. It's like he told me the reason why I'm gonna be skinny for a while too is because the Crohn's disease inflammation and stuff takes away the nutrition, so you won't get as many bang for your buck when you eat your food.
Damn.
And stuff like that. I had to do like a couple surgeries and stuff, but
You had surgeries?
yeah, it's very embarrassing where the Crohn's disease is. If you guys know what an abscess is, you guys know what an abscess is?
No.
It's like a super zit, a really big zit. So I had an abscess growing on the side of my right ass, and it was at the age of 13. It was at dude, it is hilarious because it was at the age of 13, middle of 7th grade. I'm like, dude, this is the most embarrassing thing in my life. I don't know how to fucking address it, but it got to a point where it looked like a
This
baseball.
happened that young?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
How could you say it?
yeah, I had to address it because it was just getting the size of a baseball.
But how did you say it?
Sideways. I literally sat like this for all class, just like this. People are like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's just a little tired on the right side or some bullshit out of makeup, so I don't tell people I have a fucking zit on my ass. So I went to the doctor eventually because it's not something you can walk off. I did try. The doctor told me, he's like, dude, how the hell are you walking? You should be in excruciating pain right now. Like, this is not normal. The size of it, we need immediate surgery. You should be in actual pain right now. I was like, dude, I'm a man. Come on. Don't brush my ego.
Tug
He's
it
like,
out.
he was like, no, we're actually serious. So that same night, I had to go to get the shit drained out my ass. So I had two assholes for a while. I had the funniest joke in the 7th grade, I promise you. I told niggas I had two assholes. Everyone loved that shit. It was just a fucking, I put funny into the fucking pain. But I had that disease and I still do have it to this day. It's not something treatable. It's just something like manageable. I stopped taking the medication though, because the medication really didn't work for me. I literally walked it off at this point.
Is it something like permanent? Like if you change your lifestyle, it's not something.
Yeah, if I don't eat right, if I don't do everything perfect to a point where I have to do it, my body will tell me like, dude, you're fucked up. And then I'll get out for 2 weeks. I can't move. I can't walk. I can't eat. I can't do shit. I was literally laying on the couch for 2 weeks. And it happens whenever I get a high amount of stress in my life. It only happened at the time because I was working 2 jobs, putting 100-hour weeks, wasn't taking care of my body correctly. And I was like, at the end of the summer, my body's like, yo, fuck you. You're out for 2 weeks. And I was out for 2 weeks.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's not a bad disease at the end of the day because it puts me in check. I can't live a bad lifestyle. I can't drink till my liver turns purple. I can't smoke till I fucking lose my head. I have to manage it. So whatever fun I have, quote unquote fun, it's to a limit. Because my body would tell me, it's like, yo, fuck you. Don't fucking smoke another cigarette. Don't drink another beer. You're down, dude. You're down for 2 weeks.
So it's pretty much something that happens if you...
Yeah, it's
But it won't affect you otherwise?
Yeah, it's called a flare-up. A flare-up is like I get more inflammation in my stomach, and I notice it when I take a shit and stuff. Like, it hurts and stuff. So, yeah, it's a noticeable disease at the end of the day. And, yeah, it's the only way it pops up. If I live a healthy lifestyle, it goes away.
So you said recently, and we don't have to speak about this, but you said recently, or when you made that first video that's on your channel, that you were pretty much like at the lowest point in your life in a while. Do you think it had to do because of the disease and like the symptoms of that, or just because multiple things in general?
No, the disease really did make it whole lot more aware of my situation, but also lifestyle choices. I'm like, dude, I don't enjoy what I'm doing right now. This is not fun. I'm not living the dream that I imagine every single day. That's when I wasn't even doing comedy. I was just working at a comedy club telling people like I want to be a comedian, and I hated that shit so much. I was like, I can't even get on stage. I haven't got on stage, and I'm telling people I want to do this shit. The only thing they tell me is like, yo, get on stage, get on stage. I'm like, yeah, maybe one day. Sure, maybe I'll try. And those are just bad choices. I didn't have like the brightest future in my eyes. So I was like, yeah, just fucking drink, fucking smoke, lay down, enjoy your fucking life, do 100-hour weeks and jobs you don't like to do, and fucking fuck it. So that wasn't a great choice I had in my life. So that was the down point. And my body let me know, like, yeah, you're living like shit. It is also a mental awareness, too. It's not just a physical thing. mentally, if I'm not there, mentally, if I'm not pushing myself to be a better person, it adds on to the stress. So yeah, I think yeah to your question, I think I can say yeah.
Isn't that kind of, because personally, like, when it comes to like depression and all that, my bad. When it comes to depression and all that type of stuff, I think a lot of it is I don't want to say not real, but I'm gonna say
It's induced.
yeah, because by your own lifestyle choices and the
I highly agree with that.
like the actions you're taking. Because I really believe like your mind and body will tell you when you're not living right. Like you actually, that's a beautiful way of looking at it in reality. Because it's like if you have a dream in your mind or a goal and you just keep pretty much not doing it and procrastinating, like you literally will start to feel like shit. Like
Yep.
you'll start to feel depressed, sad, low energy, all these things. And it's like as soon as you actually start doing it, you have like this boost of energy. Now you're excited for life. Now you're all these things, like you work out, you get sun every day, you're hydrated, you're eating right. All these things, it's like it's almost like, I don't want to say it makes depression not real, but it's almost like it completely propels you out of that state to the point where it's like
You don't have time to be depressed.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes you like almost debate in your head whether or not depression was real. And it's real because once you're there, it feels real.
Depression is real, but what I think is to a certain extent, one, I do believe some people kind of use it like a personality nowadays.
Yeah.
But majority of the time is the choices that you make in life. Of course, you could be a victim of your own circumstance, and depression does come along with that. But if you just take the, like, me and my family and friends, whatever, we used to talk about how depression is not a thing back in the motherland, you know?
Yeah, in Ethiopia.
Yeah, of course, when like medication and like health is not very advanced enough where we could like diagnose somebody, but majority of the time people are just fighting to survive every day. They don't really have time to like sit around and think about if I'm depressed or not.
Yeah.
With that being said, like I'm not trying to dismiss that there are people depressed,
Yeah.
but it's not to the level that it is where in the first world here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because like people are like, you're just living, like when you sit around, when you're privileged, that's where it comes. So like that's why most of the time when people tell me they're not happy or depressed, I always advocate for them to have like a healthy lifestyle, not necessarily going to the gym, but just like go out, jog, eat better, and it's the little things that matter, and later on it will have a big impact on your life.
You think like staying busy helps with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time you're just in your head a lot of times and you're just thinking too much. Like go get busy. Like
What do you think is a solution to that over here? Like,
It's hard.
because it is hard, but it's like we see so many people deal with that every single day, and it's like this person's depressed, this person's and like personally, like I think I'm not saying this from a perspective of like, oh, I don't deal with this at all. Like I've definitely dealt with this in the past, and I think it's something that I have to continually fight every day. Although I wouldn't say like I'm depressed or nothing like that, but I definitely like I notice like if I'm not going to the gym, if I'm not leaving the house, if I'm like not doing certain things to make me feel better, if I feel like I'm stuck, that's a big one for me. If I feel like I'm stagnant in life and I'm not progressing, I 100% start going back in that.
That I would agree with. I don't think I could ever say I have been depressed in my life. I've been sad, but I feel like depression is a lot bigger than that. Which I think a lot of people are just sad most of the time, and they just kind of call it depression.
So
I can't really speak for that either.
So you would say like depression lasts more than a day then?
I think
Sadness.
it's like more impact on your life than being sad. Like when you're really depressed, like you don't eat, you don't like. I've seen people that are like
You just have no
depressed.
motivation for nothing.
no motivation, to the point where like sometimes you don't have motivation to just like keep on going in life.
Yeah.
You just kind of stay there.
See, for me, my solution to motivation that I can probably give as advice is get pissed at life. Don't fucking get content with your life. Get pissed, get mad. It's better to be mad than fucking upset at the end of the day.
You know what pisses me off? This is a random topic. Is I don't know why when I saw it I was like, what the fuck? Is when I saw Jeff Bezos them, they went to space.
Yeah.
Bro, that pissed me off.
Why?
I don't know why, but the fact that like they could do it and I'm just sitting here and I was just like sitting there, I was like, bro, I would love to go to space, like see what's up. But like, and like when I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta get my life
I
together.
mean, I'm pretty sure you could buy a ticket. I think those were.
Yeah,
Those-
sell a liver.
I think it was like $100,000, $150,000.
Yeah, easy
Maybe
money.
I'm tripping. Maybe it was way more.
Easy money. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's easy
that's a
money.
salary.
Yeah,
1 week.
That's
But
the
at the
average
same time,
household income here.
if you really want to, like, you probably could at some point in your life.
Oh, it's
Plus, it'll probably get cheaper. Hopefully.
Yeah, eventually. You can take a
Alright.
bus there.
Yeah, this is the bus card.
Swipe a metro. I just want to go to moon back.
Would you want to do that? Personally, I think I'm good here.
I would.
Yeah,
do
dude.
that.
I was born on this earth. I die on this earth. I
Go
don't
to
need to go
space?
nowhere else.
I don't even like going in the water.
Yeah.
I wasn't born in the water. I have nothing over there. I don't know anybody over there.
I
Why
think,
do I need to
I
be
think
over
the
there?
fact that I could say I've been to space is enough for me to go.
The bragging rights.
It's not so much of the bragging rights. It's how many people, even before you, have been to space. Think about it.
Yeah, but bragging rights.
I guess it is bragging rights, but like to me, it's like I'm looking at it in a sense of like not a lot of people got this experience. You know what I mean? Like I'm purely looking
unique,
at not in
yeah.
a sense of like going out.
Yeah, but
on
you
my
could
way
say
to
that
other
about
people.
a lot of things over here.
Like what? Being in the water?
Going to the
Nah.
desert. No one's chilling in the Sahara.
I mean,
I mean, people live in Dubai.
I can't think of
Kind of, yeah.
off the top of my head of like a bunch of things that not too many people haven't done on this earth. But there's definitely like some crazy things that
Bro, it's space. We're literally not even designed to go there, and the fact that we
That's
achieved
true.
that,
we're
is
not designed to
crazy.
be in water either.
Yeah, but like it's in within our realm.
We're not supposed to fly. We're not supposed to do a lot of
Exactly. So like, I mean,
things. So why don't you choose something in that realm?
I already did that.
Because
There's a flying is not a big thing. I
you-
flew here. Like
you've been in water and you flew.
yes, it's not
Next
like
place is
everybody
air.
done it. Like, but like space is like the next frontier, you know. So like, I don't know. When I saw them, I was like, no, I got to get my life together. Like I was pissed.
You know what I was looking at a couple of days ago? There's different companies like private jet companies.
Yeah, they're
That-
trying to.
Pretty much like same way as buying like a regular ticket, but you buy a ticket on the private jet. And there's also like for helicopters.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like it's kind of interesting how like
You still, I think they're like $2,000 tickets for the private jets, but some of them
Yeah.
they could be cheaper if you're willing
mean,
to share it.
bro, some of the tickets I was seeing, obviously like flights are limited. A lot of them are West Coast to be honest, so not
Mhm.
really useful to us. But they're like $500, $600, $700,
That is doable.
which is like that's super doable because that's a first class ticket
Yeah.
somewhere else. Like if that's a lot of times it's more. But let's say if that's if you give me the option between first class or one seat on a private jet,
One seat.
why would I not?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
pay a little extra for that. No reason not to.
facts.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
heard-
gotta wait. You don't gotta do nothing.
Walking and flying.
Yeah, I heard this guy who has a private jet. He says life's different when you have a private jet. If you want to go to like across the world, it only takes you a couple hours. You literally can be chasing the sun every single day, which is very interesting because when you go on a flight today, it's like hours to a fucking difference to get you across the world. But if you have a private jet, it's like, yeah, I'm leaving at 12. I'm gonna get there in 2 hours. Get there in 4 hours. I don't care. It's Europe. You're just there, which is interesting.
It's kind of funny that the levels of it, because let's say whoever that person said that, it's like, oh yeah, when you have your own private jet, imagine how different your life would be if you could fly anywhere at any point, just a regular economy ticket.
Ooh.
Like my life would be way different. Like I'd be going
I'm going
probably
everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll go for a lobster and
I'd be going
another
somewhere
country.
pretty much every weekend
Yeah,
at the minimum.
he said it's bad because you don't enjoy one place. He said he was at a party at one place and he's like, yo, there's another party over here. It's in like Florida. And he's like, well, it only takes an hour to get there. And he's like, might as well go from whatever place, Europe to Florida. And he's like, yeah, I went there. Still in the same night. It's like 11 o'clock over in Europe. And coming over there is like just turned 11 when he gets there. He's like, yeah, I just came to the party, which is fucking crazy.
Are you into traveling?
Honestly, no. I don't feel like I'm a good traveler. I enjoy the States as much as I can. I don't really want to leave the States. I'm American till the day I die. I piss red, white, and blue at the end of the day. I don't belong anywhere else.
I mean, you don't have no like ambition to even.
Hey,
See
I do
things?
want to go to that fucking place, Amsterdam, Netherlands. One place that has the happiest people alive, Switzerland or something like that. I don't live there just to live there because it's more friendly. Or it has a place. It's a city where there's no cars at all. Everyone walks or rides a bike, and I love that idea so much.
I think Doggin been there. Oh, it's weird because nobody.
Yeah, I mean,
But
your brother.
yeah, my brother been there, and well, I don't know where he exactly went, but this is his experience. He said everything was uphill.
Oh.
Either it's uphill or it's downhill.
On the hills, okay.
And he said he just has to walk uphill. I think somewhere in Italy or something that he went to, but I'm not sure.
Venice.
But it was not like he expected. He said the water stank.
Oh yeah, that river I heard is disgusting.
The pictures look good, but the reality of it when you smell that musk.
I think he told me. He said it's hard for it to be romantic when all you do is smell shit.
Yeah.
24/7.
They said the same thing about France. People think France is luxurious and stuff, seeing the Eiffel Tower and everything, but it's a shithole, they say.
I'll still go look at it because it's still like a historical place and everything.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, but that's a lot of places. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
even
not
in America,
saying like
yeah.
that I'm gonna settle there, but
no, but like so many places get romanticized. Like I personally like New York.
Mm.
Like New York City gets romanticized
That's
a lot.
facts.
When in reality, it's not what it's in the movies. I still love it, but it's not what it's like in the movies. Same thing with like, let's say LA. Personally, like I don't like LA at all. Like I remember I always had this view of like, you know, Hollywood and this and
Always sunny.
exactly like the movies and whatnot.
golden hour.
I remember when I got there, I was like, and I actually was seeing things, and I was like, I don't even like this at all. Like this, it looks so much trashier. Like I could see where the camera caught just one frame, and like it ignored everything, and like maybe they
Yeah.
cleaned this for like a movie or whatnot. But besides that, it's ugly.
I mean, homelessness is crazy there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's life.
I think that's a lot of places.
If you look for it, it could be literally anywhere.
I feel
I
like
mean, to the
I don't know.
point that it's at.
Well, I don't know if you can compare it to over there, but I don't know how if you guys think the same thing, but I think it's increased a lot over here too.
Well, because I don't want to get into it, but yeah, you're right.
I've seen a few more on my route to work. I'm like, I haven't seen you there last week, dude.
No,
What you doing here?
You're 100% right. I have seen like lately for the past like 2-3 years, like I've seen a lot more
for sure.
homeless people. Around.
I'm not sure if it's that they're coming from like more homeless people from DC start going to Virginia or whatnot,
Yeah,
but
I mean, this
Or
area
if-
is like starting to come up though, like a lot. Has grew up a lot. For the
I
past
mean,
5 years.
no, I fully agree. And personally, I think it's an awesome place to be right now.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I think it's a very subtle and stable growth. Real slow, but constant.
Mm.
I think this area is definitely where if you want to have a family, I think it's pretty good.
The
It is
burbs.
expensive. It is expensive.
People say that about any place, to be honest, because like
I mean, think about it. This area
Anybody
is
that
like
talks
you're
about
right
what-
there from DC. You're right there from MGM. Virginia Beach is there if you want to go to a beach. It's not the best beach, but you got a beach.
I mean, personally, I love it just because of how centrally located it is. Like, you're right next to Baltimore. Atlanta and Miami are both a low, quick
Hey, you
flight.
can fly right there.
New York is a low drive, or if you want to fly. Chicago, I haven't been, but still close. Personally, I love that aspect of that. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, you want to go West Coast, it's
I will stay in the East Coast anytime.
no, me too, 100%.
Anytime.
Love,
I'll never go to
love
West
this. I love the East Coast in general.
Yeah, same. I have nothing to shit on about the East Coast. It's a lovely fucking place. I love that it gets cold.
I
don't
don't,
know.
But I mean, to be honest, I'll probably move at some point in my life because I feel like you kind of need to leave the nest type of way to grow as an
Experience,
individual.
yeah.
Yeah. But I'll definitely come back though. I'm 100% certain on it.
I was seeing this thing online, and somebody was saying like they moved from East Coast and they've been living in California or whatever, and they were saying like East Coast people are rude or they're mean, but they're genuine and they're nice.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then West Coast people are nice, but they're fake. Like, they're not actually genuine.
I can see it.
And it's like, to me, that perfectly sums up East Coast. Like people could be assholes, but they care, and they'll help you.
Yeah, I see that
And
too.
I kind of prefer that, to be honest, because I hate people when people are too nice.
I'd rather be real at the end of the day than being fake.
100%.
Yeah.
I kind of like that roughness that East Coast people have.
Do you think it's the weather though? Because it's kind of like the weather.
I think it is.
Because it's fake weather over there, and it's kind of perfect.
Fake weather?
Yeah, it shouldn't be sunny every single day of the year. That's what I say. It's fake weather.
I do agree with the weather though, because like if you look at like people in Siberia,
but you could say that about a lot. Like you could say that about Florida, Miami, Tampa. And
that is true. Florida's sunny as all the way.
Like it doesn't really get cold.
Yeah, but it rains out of nowhere for like 5 minutes and disappear.
Yeah, but like no, I agree with that, but I don't think it's like necessarily about cold or hot, in the sense of like this may be fucked up to say, but like I prefer Florida people over California people any day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying specifically Miami
that's,
people and like Tampa people.
So I don't know enough people from Florida to make that statement, or Cali.
Yeah,
I just feel like they're more genuine, they're more real. Definitely more crazy, maybe.
Do you think it's from like the Southern hospitality culture?
I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily put
Florida Southern.
No, Florida's the South.
I mean, yeah, technically, but the people.
Well,
no,
99%.
Well, it depends where you are.
Yeah, 99%.
You're in the
of it
swamps.
Oh yeah, the swamps. That's the swamps.
Is definitely the South, but like I wouldn't put Miami or Tampa.
Yeah.
In that,
but I feel like
it's kind of like here.
Down though.
Like if you say Virginia, like Northern Virginia is very different from Virginia.
That's true.
It's almost like a different.
Well, I mean,
state.
I feel like majority of people live in Northern Virginia.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's highest population.
The rest are just the woods. And
yeah, it's either Richmond or the woods. After that.
You got what is it? The naval.
Oh yeah, the 757 Norfolk. Yeah. I still count it as Richmond. I don't know. They can like drive to Richmond within 30 minutes. It's like saying we're in DC. We can get there in like 30 minutes.
Oh, let me tell you this. This is one of my pet peeves about people around here. They'll be here from like Alexandria or like Tyson's, but for some reason they always say they're from DC. That
is annoying.
That annoys me because like I know you're right there, probably 5 minutes from it, but you're just not. You're not from DC.
See, but difference.
I seen people get exposed too much like online or just in general when people are like, I'm from DC, they say where, and then they say a place in Virginia, and then they're like, that's not DC. So every time somebody asks me, I say DC area. Because it is the DC metro area.
See, I mean, once you pass the metro, once you leave the Beltway, technically you are not like in DMV.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a metropolitan area.
People in Loudoun and people.
Yeah, you're no longer in the DMV.
No,
once you pass the Beltway.
And they be saying, oh, I'm in the like.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand them because they are like so close to it. But at the end of the day, though, same as people claiming they're from DC. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
There's a difference in culture.
Yeah.
See, even
if it's subtle.
See, the only time I'll claim DC is if I talk to someone who's never been to Virginia, never been to the East Coast. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Falls Church. Like, what is that? I'm like, it's Virginia. What is that? Okay, DC. I'm in DC.
100. That's the only reason the only times I say DC, because if you say Alexandria, Virginia,
like,
where's that? They don't even know where Virginia is at.
Yeah.
But if you say DC, oh, okay, yeah. I'm like literally 15 minutes outside DC. In Virginia, they're like, oh, it's right next to each other. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they'll even tell you straight up, like, oh, you're from DC then if you're that close. I'm like, no, technically, some people will smack me in the face if I said that. But, like, yeah, if you want to agree, Ohio or fucking Illinois, yeah, I'm from DC.
But, yeah, no. I got a couple of people claiming they're from DC. I work at a car dealership, and this girl came in. And she was like, yeah, I moved into the city, blah, blah, blah. I need a car. Mind you, I'm in Chantilly, okay? We're no longer in the DMV.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. Where do you live? She was like, oh, DC. And I was like, cool. And I get her driver's license, to go on a test drive. Bro, that shit said Alexandria. And I was like, you're not in DC.
You live across the street from me. I know.
I'm out here thinking about, like, the paperwork needs to be different because, like, you feel me? But I was like, you're right there, bro. Like, relax. But yeah, I got too many people like that.
I got a question. Y'all be watching a lot of TV, not TV, but like shows or movies?
Yeah.
What type?
I just finished Adam's Wednesday Adam.
Oh, that.
That like scary show.
Yeah, I mean,
It was mid as
the
fucking
girl
shit.
that be like, looking up like that.
Yeah, the fuck. You know what I hated about that damn show the most? They showed this girl. She had all these traits that resemble like a masculine fucking person, a toxic masculinity, like rude, emotionless, disrespectful, like egotistical fucking person. And they fantasize her like, yo, this is awesome. Like she's a strong or like she's a powerful person. She's awesome as a dude. But like if you put that same fucking shit inside a fucking dude, everyone's like, dude, that's fucking gross. But it's just my fucking ideological mindscape. I hate all women, so it's not something anyone else should
I don't
agree
claim
on.
that.
Clip that.
Yeah,
I don't
just,
claim
but
that.
that's the thing that pisses me off. I'm like, dude, if I did all that shit, people would think I'm an asshole. But she's doing all this shit. Everyone's like, dude, go Wednesday Adam. OMG, she's awesome. I just read comments. That's
so
the only
wait,
people I'm
so
mad
they
at.
portray like the protagonist as like masculine figure.
Yeah, if it's the ideal mask, like emotionless, egotistical, only cares about herself, doesn't want to help anyone else, gets her own narrative done at the end of the day.
Is that what the original character is like?
Yeah, that's her definition of her. That's how I saw the whole film and stuff.
What's the show
No.
about? I thought it was like a Halloween show.
It is.
Kind of.
To be fair, I didn't even watch the original one. But it's like cartoonish.
No, it's not. It's people's actors, everything like that. We're at a private.
No, the original one.
Oh, I've never seen theirs. I didn't know there's an original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's original.
This
but
is
I've
like
never seen
a
anything.
remake of it, I guess.
Oh, I'm not educated.
But I mean, to be fair, neither am I. Somebody said this to me, and I don't really watch stuff like that, to be honest. But it's an original. There's an original show, and it's like old, and it's like a Halloween thing.
Mhm.
And I thought it was cartoons or whatever you want to call it. And then they redid it with people. But it's interesting to see if that's how the actual character is in real life or in the original versus if they just kind of change that narrative to fit right now.
Yeah, it is a good cultural aspect of it.
You know, one thing I found out about that show though
What?
is there's like a hand in that show.
What you mean?
Oh yeah, there
There's
is.
like a little hand.
Okay.
I heard they actually have it. It's not even CGI. It's an actual actor.
Well, yeah, probably with like a green suit.
green
Yeah.
screen. Okay, I was like, dude,
Okay.
there's no
But,
hand.
like,
Yeah, I was
But
about to
like
say
to me, the fact that there is a guy getting paid for that,
for his hand.
just doing that. I mean, I guess there's like art to it.
Could you
I can
imagine
understand.
you get hired for that, you're halfway through and you break your hand?
Tragic?
He comes the next day with a broken hand. He's like,
Now they gotta write the script. They gotta enter.
Dude, I did not know that. I thought it was all CGI. That
No,
hand.
that's what I thought, and I saw a clip of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty awesome!" Like,
Yeah, the hand has
I
a
feel
lot
like
of character.
It's a lot of waste of money, but I mean, who am I to speak? But it's pretty cool.
I mean, it might be more expensive to do the CGI.
Yeah, I mean,
Because think about movies
Yeah.
that like are heavy CGI. They're like, oh, it's so expensive and it takes so long because
CGI.
it's heavy CGI.
Yeah. Have you all seen the new Avatar?
No.
I'm trying to wait till it goes out on my legal website so I can watch it for free.
What the 1, 2, 3 movie?
Or I need to like disable all ads, hide my location. Yeah, that perfect website.
You could just catch 4 viruses for every movie you
Yeah,
watch.
dude, like I bought.
Bunch of porn ads.
Yeah, technically I bought something on fucking a Polynesian website after watching the video. But like, I always use the website. It's safe. Everyone should use it. Save money.
Nah, lately I haven't been watching anything though. I guess I've been busy with like school a lot, but
How about on the YouTubes?
YouTube. I watch documentaries. I'll say that. I do be watching documentaries.
I think people our age, or people just in general, they're spending a lot of time on YouTube. And this is nothing new, but I think they see it just as equal of an entertainment as a movie or show. Like, I mean, think about it. For
It
me,
is.
like if I'm eating, I gotta be watching something.
Facts.
If I'm not eating with somebody or in front of somebody, and I'm not in a hurry, I'm pulling something up. Like, I don't care if it takes me 3 minutes to eat. I'm pulling.
You gotta
something
play
up,
something.
and I'm gonna put it right there. And usually, I'll put up, let's say, a 20-minute video, 15-minute video. I won't even watch the whole thing.
You ever went to the bathroom? When's the last time you went to the bathroom without your phone?
Never.
A couple of times.
Bro, I did that one time because my phone died and I had to let it charge. I felt lost. I don't know.
No.
It was so efficient.
Yeah,
I was out
I
of
was
there
about
like
to say.
3 minutes.
Usually, if that happens, I tell myself, I'm like, wow, that was so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't use my phone in the bathroom. I'm scared to drop it in the toilet.
Why are you in that position?
Dude, you gotta
Yeah,
get you gotta get your knees up. What do you mean? You gotta put your knees up. You gotta get the. Gotta pick up one knee sometimes, stretch it out, sometimes cave in. I'm not too scared to drop it. I never dropped
my
it.
phone in the shower.
You're scary.
wildin'.
I can't do that.
I'll full get water on it. I don't care.
That's
Sometimes
scary.
I'll be clicking its own.
I've dropped it like
In
on
the
the floor
shower?
and it's underwater
Oh Lord.
slash like you feel me, and there's water falling on it, and I'm like not in shock, but I'm just like wow that happened, and I stand there for like 5 seconds like kind of watching it, and then I'm like pick it up real quick, but
I just play music if I'm
rice. Oh no, that's what I do. I don't watch stuff.
But
in the
I just
shower.
play. I do a shuffle. I have like a
Yeah.
playlist, and if I don't like the music, and I'm just gonna thug it up because I don't want to risk
my
getting water
shower's.
on my phone.
my shower. My shuffle's a little too wild for me to just leave it there.
Nah, you
'Cause
gotta have a
I might
dedicated
get 30
playlist.
different moods in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You gotta have a dedicated playlist.
I feel a little
Nah.
bit more disconnected, you guys, from my phone. I don't use my phone as much as that. I don't even use it. And when I wake up, I wouldn't. Sometimes I leave my phone outside, like in the living room, and I'll leave it there on purpose. So I wake up and then try to grab my fucking mindset and like, all right, get the fuck up, get out. And I do watch videos a lot, but when I eat, I don't watch videos. I don't like doing that. I like focusing on my food.
What do you do often?
What, instead of using my phone or what?
Yeah, because like I'll be honest, I cannot imagine
Not using
my day. Of course, like I am on my laptop and computer most of the time doing
Yeah.
other work, but if I'm not, I'm on my phone.
which is a terrible way to live, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But most people do.
See, I still have like aspects I need to take care of. I need to make food. If I'm making food, no phone. If I walk my dog, no phone. If
I mean,
play
I
with-
do everything,
Then
but
it
my
just-
phone is there.
It feels inefficient if I do it without my phone there playing something, which is wrong.
Like if I'm cooking, I'm watching something. If I'm going to the gym, I'm listening. My phone is there 24/7.
What I do though is I delete Instagram,
That yeah.
Twitter, and whatever, TikTok. I'll delete it for like a week, couple days, or I'll download it whenever I want to use it. Maybe 20, 30 minutes. Boom, delete it back again.
See, that's something different. I don't have generally no social medias dedicated except my YouTube channel and the TikTok for my YouTube channel. I don't have no personal Twitter,
I think
Instagram, Facebook.
Probably
shit like that.
healthier, to be honest.
no. I think social media it is kind of a poison to our mind to a certain extent. But we are in a day and age where you do kind of need that in order to like get your news or even like what kind of depending on your job or if you wanna if you wanna promote.
Yeah,
things.
networking is a whole lot easier with it, but
Yeah, but there's a very fine line between using it as a entertainment and using it as
so
a tool.
that's the only thing I agree on. You do have to limit it in how much of social media you consume because you do get desensitized, and I think a lot of people kind of, compare themselves with something that they're not ready to be.
yeah,
So,
the thing I did was I deleted all the accounts and then I tried to do it all over again, but now I was like, I don't really want to try to find everyone all over again. I don't want to try to make that account. I don't want to get 300 followers. I don't have all these friends on Snapchat. I'm like, yeah, fuck, it's too much work to get back into it. So I was like, I never tried to get back into it at that point.
You think you're living I don't want to say a better experience, but you think your experience is better now?
It's not, I won't say better than comparative, but it's more isolation. I don't really see the people I've known, so it's great because I don't really, honest to God, care about anyone like that. I'm like, dude, if I don't see you, I don't see you. I forget your name at a certain point. I'm like, oh, I've known you for 10 years? Like, no, I don't, dude. I don't even know how you look like. I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't want to know. At the end of the day, I'd rather be surprised if I see you. And it's really genuine at the same time. It gets more genuine when you see new people you haven't seen in a while. Because if you see on the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the medias and stuff like that, you feel like an old person saying that. You feel like you're there with him the whole time. You feel like, oh, yeah, he did something. He took a photo over in Rome. Oh, I feel like I was there with him. Or I feel like he doesn't have to explain that story to me because I already know a little bit about it.
I think a lot of people lost the ability to just sit and talk most of the time. Like, I guess with my close friends, I think it's cool because we don't really use our phone like that when we talk.
Well, I think we're more social.
Yeah, we're more social, but like most often than not, when I talk to people mid through conversation, they're like checking Instagram or something like that. Where to me, it's kind of like disrespectful because like, what are you doing, bro? You don't have my full attention here. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? But I guess that's the way
Yeah.
we're going.
I don't know. It's a good feeling whenever I meet someone and they like me a lot and they like what I'm saying. And they're like, oh, yeah, what's your Instagram? What's your Twitter? What's your whatever? I'm like, I don't do any of that. And I was like, all right, see, I'm never going to see you ever again. Like, it was a great conversation. You're an engaging person. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to see you again.
You know what I do miss? And it's not related to social media exactly, but I kind of miss when we were younger, pretty much when we were kids, and we had no responsibilities.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like I used to to this day I'm on do not disturb all the time, and my phone's always dying. It's pretty much never not dying. But before, I would fully go a day, 2 days without charging my phone. Like it would die and I'd not care to like charge it, I'd leave my phone at home all the time if it was charged. I felt just disconnected. I felt free. I felt like I could get away. Whereas like
That's
now
true.
it's like I have responsibilities.
Yeah.
And like I don't feel like I have that ability. Like I don't have that full capability of getting away and being
I
alone.
think for me at least, life when I was like, dang, life is not gonna be the same, was like when I graduated high school, where I was like, there's no more like summer break. Like it's all responsibility after this. Of course, with it came in like the benefits of like me doing whatever the fuck I want and blah blah blah. But at the same time, I don't have that like total true freedom of just waking up and what am I gonna do? Am I playing basketball? What am I doing?
It's kind of funny how like when you're at that age, adults and people tell you enjoy it. It's the best. It's some of the best times in your life.
Yeah, man.
It's like I'm not gonna say it's like the best times in my life in the sense of like, because I think that's a very.
It depends on how you look at it.
Well,
it's a big statement.
Yeah, that's a big statement. Like it's almost like an ugly statement because what are you saying? That's the peak of your life. Like you're never gonna have. You're
gonna
never
be a child.
That's what I'm saying. You're never gonna have more fun. You're never gonna be more excited and all these things. And I personally, I don't agree with that. Nor would I say that's true for me. But I definitely would say it's some of the best times for its own reasons. And just like.
Yeah, free lunch was
literally
great. I love that shit.
You're kind of geeks.
Y'all, do y'all remember, was it elementary school where we used to have that breakfast thing and it had like 2 Pop-Tarts in it?
Ooh, Pop-Tarts for breakfast
I didn't
good.
go to the same school.
Oh yeah, bro. They used to have these 2 Pop-Tarts in it. Like you get a yogurt and like a cheese string.
Dude,
Best times.
I mean, I remember high school, if I didn't leave and go get other food, I would definitely like everybody that I can't.
The cookies were good.
Dude,
Soft.
I mean, just in general, I was hungry.
Yeah.
So like
that's
people
true.
would always like that got free lunch. They would be like, they would get it and they wouldn't even eat it. I'd be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, man.
Like I remember even if I had my own lunch, if I got something, I would always eat like at least somebody's like free lunch or something like where they didn't want it. I'd be like, well,
Dude,
y'all
can't
don't
go to
want it.
waste.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
it's strike every single time. Not gonna lie. Even when I used to work at the school, the private school, I used to eat the school lunch. I don't care. I'm like, dude, it's free food, dude. You guys had nachos for lunch today, and I'll eat it.
Oh, I thought you said they had pho for.
No, they had decent food at the end of the day. No one really liked it because, it's still like they're above it because it's school food. But every single Friday they had pizza Friday.
Was it better than public school?
No, they literally order Papa John's every Friday.
Oh,
And then it's they had tacos some days, nachos one days, burgers, chicken burgers, beef burgers. It's all like basic ass food anyone can make at their home. But on the other hand, dude, it's free. It's right in front of me. I'm like, dude, no work here. That's the best part about free lunch. It's just no work. That's the problem. With the food I eat now, it's like 30 minutes spent cooking everything. I'm like, oh, now I'm tired. I'm not that hungry. I was hungry 30 minutes ago when I wanted to eat. So I'm like, I mean,
even the thought of just like I have to cook.
Yeah, you have to cook to eat.
No,
so demanding.
not cooking is, and it's kind of funny because like most people don't really go through that, like where you don't ever cook for like a long period of time, like unless you're like in
a lot of people do.
A lot of people in the military, they don't really ever cook.
Yeah.
Like obviously if you're in jail, you don't
you don't have to cook.
Like
I mean, you still can.
if you're working on ships, yeah, but that's if you want to.
Yeah, if you want your prison fucking food.
Like if you're on ships and stuff, you don't cook. Like there's a lot of, I'm assuming like if you're an athlete, professional athlete, you don't cook.
Yeah, someone's gonna make.
But I feel like they got a chef.
Yeah,
someone's gonna. Do
that's
it
the
for
point
you,
though. You don't cook. Like if I was to get rich, the first luxury item I would buy,
Chef. I think that's a great investment.
100%.
Yeah, because I
That,
can't even eat.
and then just traveling as much as I can. Because think about how much time you spend cooking.
Dude, it's a lot.
Dude, it's
Why
a
would
lot.
if I could eliminate that, I'd like free up half of my day. I feel like, because I like to cook.
I have to plan out my day.
Yeah.
I have to involve cooking in it, so it kind of sucks, but it is what
I
it
got
is.
real good at cooking. I take pride in my cooking. I know how to make waffles from scratch. I know how to make pasta from scratch. I practice all that shit by myself.
Like
And it was
pasta sauce.
no pasta, like the pasta.
What's your
Oh
like,
wow, you really make
Yeah,
the
it's dough.
with
It's
the
dough and
egg
water.
and dough and everything?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
dough and water. At the end of the day, you have to use double O flour as the highest grain, highest fine refined flour, and some manila flour, some Italian fucking shitty ass flour, mixed with some water. There's a perfect
It's just
ratio.
salmonella flour.
Yeah, I always think it is salmonella, but it's manila. They say it's stupid, but it's perfect fucking ratio for the greatest pasta. It's like grandma cooking pasta. But I gotta get at it, even though the first couple of times I threw up, literally fucking threw up from eating my own food because I cooked it wrong and it was undercooked. And I was like, dude, that's not good dough. Or like the waffles were undercooked, or I didn't put enough right ingredients.
I got a question. Which your favorite dish in terms of like, Italian dish? You got Middle Eastern.
It's crab
dish.
cakes. I love crab
You
cakes.
That's
I
a
got-
hit or miss for me.
my favorite dish is definitely steak,
It's classic.
Ribeye.
Steak is classic.
ribeye. But that's recently, probably in the past year where I changed my mind.
Mine is always gonna be chicken and rice.
Before
It is
that,
classic.
before
yeah.
that, chicken wings and fries.
For me, it's chicken and rice.
See, look, some places make chicken way better than I can imagine, and then some people make chicken the way I can do it. Just like the chicken at Chick-fil-A, I can make that shit. I'm not saying it's gonna taste exactly the same, but I can do it. But there's this
Salty
place,
for me.
it's like Wooey Booey or some shit like that. Went there every single fucking time. Like, dude, how the hell you make? There's someone like kissing this. Somebody's fucking the chicken. How is there so much love in this shit?
For me,
So
it's
good.
Peruvian chicken.
Where is
Oh.
this?
It's inside
Fire.
Old Town. It's so fucking good. I'm telling you, it's so fucking good. $10 for 3 pieces.
Is it
every
open right
single time.
now?
I think.
What's it called?
Wooey Booey. This my man Birdman fucking put me on. Dude, it's so fucking good.
You gotta show me.
I'm about to send you the fucking thing.
Yo, you know what's kind of a game changer that I've been doing pretty often? Grilling.
Ooh, dude, that's a pride right there.
I got into grilling steaks.
That's pride.
And I got into like the whole steaks, ribeyes, all that. And recently, for the first time actually this week, or last week, we actually grilled chicken. And
Pretty
completely game changer, because before that I'm just cooking chicken normally, I guess. But now I don't ever want to cook if it's not on the grill. I really don't, to be
There's
honest.
a lot of hustle though to cook.
Because I cook breakfast, I make chicken, and I meal prep that for my week or however long. And then, but even that, like if I grill it, it's a million times better. Even if it's meal prepped, it's better than me just cooking regular chicken.
See, I used to try this my best because I'll buy like a cheap piece of steak, real cheap piece of meat and stuff. I'll try my best to do every single possible way to make it taste delicious. I figured out soaking it in pineapple juice will like loosen up the
Steak?
muscle. Yeah, steak. It'll loosen up the muscle.
Acidity.
Make it the acidity inside of it's like the chemical bond. It'll make it tender, make it juicy, and you won't taste the pineapple. But let it brine overnight and something, and it tastes good. It's a whole lot softer, even if it's a cheap fucking piece of meat. And it was amazing because I was like, it worked. It worked a little.
Do you have problems eating with Crohn's disease?
Yeah, I can't eat like real spicy food. Like I pussy out on hot sauce, and people think it's because I'm a bitch. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but
Yeah.
I've tried it and stuff. It just doesn't sit well. Or like Indian food. If I eat some curry, I'll hate it.
What?
I think camera died.
Nah, that's right.
All right, it'll be like this spicy ass food. Spicy food won't sit well with me at all. But on the other hand, too, I don't even like spicy food. It's not my best favorite.
I like spicy food, but it depends on like the level of spice. Because if I'm out here like
Dying.
and not even like,
That's not even enjoyable.
yeah, if I'm not enjoying it,
I hate when people. Well, I'm not gonna say I hate because it doesn't affect me, but it's funny like me seeing people like dying like to eat something like some challenge and whatnot, and people are like, why don't you do that? I'm like, why would I want to hurt
Put
myself?
yourself through
Yeah,
it.
like
it's not nutrition
it's
there.
not
dude.
even enjoyable. I'm not gonna enjoy the food. I'm not gonna be able to even think about the food. It's kind of dumb.
All right, yeah, it's closed. But I'll send you the fucking thing, dude. It's so good.
What's it called?
wooey booey hot chicken. It's not even hot.
It looks like a roaming rooster.
Kind of, yeah, it kind of is like that. It's like a real tender, real big piece of chicken.
You know they have one in Tyson's.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yo, do you so with in terms of the Crohn's disease, do you have can you not eat a lot? Or is that partly why you're skinny?
Yeah, it's partly why I'm skinny. Plus, I have a really high level of
metabolism.
Yeah, metabolism real fucking high. I know that too, and the Crohn's disease doesn't really help me gaining any weight.
Supplements like protein?
Yeah, I've tried supplements. I've not really committed on it. I drink this one right now. It's like a whey supplement. Yeah. It's kind of like a protein thing. It's helped me maintain my weight. On the other hand, which is better than losing any weight because I naturally would just lose any type of weight I have. So it kind of helps.
Realistically, how many times a day do you eat?
I eat twice a day.
And how big are those portions?
Probably. It's literally rice and turkey.
Probably not that big.
Yeah, they're not. It's like a takeout small, like two phone sizes of chicken.
Like in terms of calories, like how much are you having?
I don't know how many calories that is.
Because
like, definitely not like over the thing.
Yeah, so a lot of people say like it's my metabolism and whatnot, but in reality, you're just not getting enough calories.
Yeah, because I know there's some food that's better, will hold more calories and stuff like that. I try to do it for a while, like track all the calories, drink milk, eat this egg, make sure I get more protein than fucking sugar at the end of the day. And it was hard because it was hard to like manage everything to find the perfect fucking food that I enjoy, and it works.
That is the hard part.
Yeah, but I tried a little, but I didn't do it perfectly at the end of the day.
Chicken biryani, best dish out there.
Said chicken what?
Chicken biryani. It's an Indian cuisine.
Yeah, but I'm doing the rice and fucking thing right now. I do rice, and I made it today actually. It's rice, onions, garlic, steak. It's like a sausage and chicken breast, and it's not chicken breast, but it's like chicken slice things, like bologna slices.
You cooked it all in one?
Yeah, cook it all in one, make it all one big dish and stuff. I didn't finish all of it because it was a lot of food, but I saved it for the rest of the day. That's my 2-meal thing a day. But that's the first time
I just use the rice cooker.
Yeah.
To be honest, I do like eating consistently or getting enough calories in a day.
I probably get too much.
But
get a little chubby.
Whenever I hit like how much I need to eat, I usually just like portion out the amount of carbs I need.
Yeah.
And put it in the rice cooker, throw all my seasonings and everything in there, and then the rest is just easy. You just cook it, whatever.
I feel that. Well, we're probably gonna end this right now because it's been a good minute. I think we're at 2 hours.
Bet.
But anyways, thank you guys. If for some reason you're still watching, I don't know why you'd be watching. But you guys have anything else y'all want to say?
No.
I'll say check out my channel, AK Talks Morning Show, every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Sometimes we have special events where we do late night shows or the weekend shows. It is very fucking shitty, but you guys get to watch it first in hand. So fucking enjoy it while I'm still not famous.
So I'll make sure to put both of their social media accounts or whatever they want in the description. If y'all want, you could go look at that. And thank you guys. Bye.
Hey.